The most important aspect of the Great Lakes Early Detection Network and ISM track centers on the collection of invasive species occurrence data. This can be done in the form of creating a point, which is the default on the app, or a polygon. The polygon option is a user-defined shape that denotes the boundary of the invasive species being mapped. There are pros and cons to each form of data collection. In general, smaller infestations may be better represented by points and larger infestations by polygons. While points are the default setting, mapping a single large polygon for an area may be preferable in many cases because it will result in a smaller number of objects to keep track of for a land manager. For example, in this case, a user mapped individual tree species. This resulted in over 100 points present in one field. An alternative option would have been to denote the entire infestation with a polygon, and utilizing points to denote nascent populations. For both points and polygons, the first step is to select the species you wish to map. There are several ways to create these reports in the smartphone app. You can view species by category, view all species, or you can select from your My Species list, as I have done here. You have the ability to toggle between common and scientific names by clicking Scientific or the Options tab in the upper right corner of the screen. Once you find the desired species for your report from these lists, select it and the Report and Observation page will appear. When this is selected, it will take you to a field data collection screen with that species listed at the top of the screen. Just below that is the current date and time. You can change this field if you wish to reflect something that you saw at an earlier date. Below date, you will see a field for site name. It is here that you can attribute this point or polygon to a site in ISM track. Doing this will save you from having to do this back in the office. Each subsequent field observation will autofill the site that you select at this step. This saves time but must be changed manually when you move to a different field site. Next, you will see the option to attach images. This feature is important for verification purposes. Tap the camera image to bring up the options to take a picture or select a photo from your library. Most of the time, field data is collected when you're physically near the species. You'll see the option to attach images. This feature is important for verification purposes. Tap the camera image to bring up the options to take a picture or select a photo from your library or gallery. Most of the time, field data is collected when you're physically near the species being reported, and you will select the option to take a picture. This will open your device's camera and allow you to take a snapshot of the invasive species being mapped. A good photo will not be too close or too far away and will capture any distinguishing features of the species, such as flowers or fruits. You will see the option at the bottom of the screen after you snap your photo to either retake or use photo, or for Android devices, discard or save the image. Selecting Use Photo or Save will return you to the field data collection form. Next, you will see the Location field. Here you should see fields for latitude and longitude, and there should be numbers filled in for these fields. If they are blank, it means that the app is not communicating properly with your GPS, and you may need to turn it on. This can be done by manipulating your device's settings. You will also see an Accuracy field, and this should typically display a 5 or 10 meter accuracy. If the accuracy is larger than 10 meters, give your device a few minutes to gather satellite signal until the displayed accuracy is acceptable to you. You will see an icon on the right side of the Location field that shows a pin on the map. Clicking this icon will bring up an aerial map of your location if you are connected to the internet through a Wi-Fi network or cellular plan. From there, you can zoom in and out while triple tapping the screen will move the red location point to where you tap. This red point will be the location of your field observation. It is possible to place the red point away from your current location if that is desired. This is especially useful if the observation is difficult to access, as this allows you to manually select the location. You can also click the Polygon button at the bottom of the screen and draw a shape to denote the boundary of the infestation instead of using the default point. You have two options on how to draw the polygon. In the Android app, you must choose Freeform or Vertices, with Freeform being a hand-drawn shape and Vertices being points to form a polygon. The default for Apple users will be the icon that looks like a hexagon, allow you to draw your shape like the Vertices option by touching the screen once for each boundary of the infestation. This feature is easier to use for most reports, especially when the area reported is rectangular or circular. You may alternatively select the icon that looks like a pencil with a squiggly line, which will allow you to draw a freeform shape. Depending on your device, if you select this option, you may need to tap the screen once to place your starting point. Then push and hold on that blue dot until the screen shifts downward, allowing you to see the blue dot again. This is difficult and often is not accomplished on the first time. When this happens, keep your finger on the screen and draw your desired shape, then lift your finger from the screen. This feature works best when mapping irregular or linear shapes. Pushing Done on the bottom right for Apple users and in the upper right for Android users will finalize your point or polygons. The remaining fields are optional, but you may find value in filling them out, depending on the goals of your program. Clicking Save on the bottom of the screen will finalize your report.